Well, look what we got today, sports fans. That's right, old toilet. Home has a crawl space foundation. And let me show you what we had here. Commode was rocking. So we just, I done pulled it. This come up with a commode. You can see where the old screws were into the, had just rusted off. Some plumber, or I say that because I know most working here is plumbers. Some plumber had used a obviously non-galvanized or non-stainless steel screws to hold this flange down. So this is the old wax ring boot there. Typically what they will do on these plumbers, they'll come and put a ring like this on here. This is lead, this is cast iron. This home was built in the 50s. And then they'll beat this lead back around the ring and just screw the commode down to the ring and call it good. And then, you know, it gives them about a year and they start flopping around. And the toilets do, and they're loose again. And homeowners left with calling them again or somebody else. So today we're going to do it right. I don't like to do these jobs, and I sure as heck don't want to be called back on one. And luckily this is a buddy of mine's house. Now, when you're going to fix a ring, a cast iron ring, typically you have a couple options here. This is a 4-inch line, so it's important to know what size you have before you go to the hardware or home center to get your repair flange. You have this kind. Typically this rubber right here is down on these threads. You would insert it in here and turn, and this would gradually ride up and squeeze against the sides. Now if this was a 4, they make a 4-inch in this as well. I don't have one but on me, but this is a 3-inch. This would work great on 3-inch. Sometimes we can you can get by with this. If you've got good flooring around here, one of these is fine. This is a universal for a 3 or 4-inch. I believe this goes over a 3-inch and in a 4. Yeah, that would go in here, just like that. You get your, line up your flange bolts. Now this lead is keeping it, but we could force it down, and then you would screw in a good stainless steel or galvanized screw in there to floor. But we can already tell our floor, major fumble. I bet you thought it was going to go in that. Come on. As you can see, this floor is not going to hold a bolt very well. So let me give you another tip since I just dropped my camera here. Always put a rag or something in these. Also on any of your drain lines when you're working on them. Now you need one here and here because it keeps the sewer gases from coming back out. But if you're just working on a bathtub or sink drain, just stick a paper towel or something in there. It keeps you, if you lose a little part, it keeps it from going down the drain. Also in here, take a look down there. It goes a ways down there. I learned the hard way that if you don't, well, for one thing, you get the sewer gases, you smell it while you're working on it. But you also can lose tools down there, and sometimes on these ones here, when you lose something down there, it's gone. And so, I can't remember exactly if it was a level or I think it was a wrench I lost one day. And I tried forever to fish it back out, but there was no hope. So anyway, back to our flanges. The other top. Now, there is a flange called a, gosh, I knew it until I started doing this video. It's blue. I'll think of it later. But this is the one I prefer. Has the rubber gasket on it, and it has Allen screws. And as you screw it, this expands against the wall. And it goes in there, something like that. Well, it's going to need some work too. I'm going to have to get my Allen wrench out and unscrew it a little bit. But you see how it's going to work. It's going to go inside here after I get all this old wax ring crud off from the old years and years of wax rings. Just nasty. And you know, these things seep. Most homeowners do not want to pay to have this floor replaced. That's really what needs to happen. It needs a new 3/4 inch decking, and then go back with a good flange. But this is nearly just as good. And oh, let's see if I can get that last little bit of wax out of there. Oh yes, yes, yeah. Almost. Well, I can't do it with one hand, but you get the idea. Of course, you're going to take a level and make sure that you're straight here, because this is where your flange bolts are going to go. And then once you get this inside, you'll take your Allen wrenches and start tightening these up, and that thing will get really tight. And if you do have room, go ahead and sink some stainless steel or galvanized screws in here to the deck. Sometimes you get lucky, you'll find a good solid spot, but regardless, you need to have that really cinched up. So there you have it. Several ways to fix a cast iron drain. I wish I could remember the name of that other one. Y'all know, probably seen it before. Good grief, it's blue, but anyway, hydro seat or something like that. I've never used it. I didn't like the install video when I seen it, especially for this type of stuff I usually see. Your decking's usually rotten and there's just nothing to screw to. So don't be a jerk and just throw a ring down and beat the lead over it like a lot of plumbers do. And then they want to complain about handyman not doing a job, but they'll charge you 150, 200 bucks to do something like this right here, and then have no problem coming back in a year or so and charging you more to redo it. Do it right. Get one of these. I prefer this one. Like I said, the one with the screws. But if you got a deck that old, this one here is cheap. That's about $4. This one here is about $25. And this in here is ones that screw, come up like this. I think they're 15 or 20 bucks. So prefer this one. So hey, catch you down the road. Donald, bluecollardiy.com. We're out of here. Hey, don't forget to like and subscribe down here. I appreciate y'all.